What's up, guys? It's your boy T, and I know it's been a minute, but I want to make a video. So today we're gonna talk about what happened recently. Now this was yesterday, I believe. So EDP. Now if you don't know who EDP is, pretty sure you do, but just in case you don't know who EDP is, EDP used to be a real big channel. I believe he had like 2 million at one point, or 1 point some million at one point on YouTube. I watched him a lot. He's real vulgar. I'll give you that. He is real vulgar. I'm not even gonna act like he's not. But he was actually pretty funny and everything. So it's one of them YouTubers you watched a while back, and but every time you go back to him and watch him, you just like their content. You know what I mean? It's dumb content. It ain't really nothing of substance. It's like it'd be like content like, oh, I want to take a poop in Chipotle. Oh, I blew up Chipotle taking a poop in there. It'd be such stupid things. It just be like normal everyday life things. Or even, I'm not even to sports, but his videos about the Eagles and everything, I would actually watch them because they be entertaining. It's just the way he talks, the way he expresses himself, and he's just a real entertaining fella. So you can, as you might think, once you start to like somebody a lot, like a certain YouTuber, you expect better things. And imagine the disappointment I had when I found out EDP was trying to hook up with a little girl. It was like a 13-year-old girl, if I remember correctly. It was well documented, and like even he can't even lie about it, because like when I say they had receipts. My guy, man took pictures of his poop. he took a dump in the toilet and then sent it to the girl. Sent the girl a pic, and we ain't gonna go into what type of pic it was. Pics that you shouldn't be sending nobody that's 13 years old. You really shouldn't be sending it to anybody anyway. But still, like pics you just shouldn't be sending to minors and kids, right? So he got caught, and that's where the infamous, oh, I came here for a cupcake, And you know what the funny thing is? My Cash App is from that video. My Cash App profile pictures is him saying, you gonna give me a high five or dap me up or whatever. Like, it's a picture of him. I don't know, I've never changed it. I just always thought that was funny, even though it was a bad situation. But anyway, to get into what actually happened. So EDP has finally came out, and just to remind you, I forgot to mention this. This was like two years ago, almost 3 years ago, right? This happened 2-3 years ago, and he is finally apologizing and admitting that he actually did it, and he's trying to say he's sorry. Now, after everything occurred, his channel got took down pretty swiftly. It took like I think, if anything, like a day or two. The channel got taken down, and remember, he's a pretty big channel. So majority of his money he was making from YouTube now, because he used to be a security guard, but he wasn't doing security guard work no more because, well, why would he when he's getting a whole bunch of money off of YouTube? He was able to buy the car he wanted and live in an apartment, buy all them guns that he have, buy all the food he wanted. He was really pretty much living the life he wanted. So, everything happened all at once. And after that whole scenario happened, his life took a big turn. So before we get into the video, there's some other things I need to mention. So one of the things that EDP did after, the whole news came out, oh, you're a pedophile or whatever, right? One of the things that came out was that, one, he was pretty much, people were knocking at his doors, trolling him in real life, doing things, and I don't recommend that. You shouldn't go to other people's house, especially over some internet stuff. Yes, he did do something wrong, but even then, that still is weird, dude. Why you going knocking at his house? And I believe some people even had guns, if I'm not too mistaken. But some people come to his house. People will call law enforcement talking about, hey, you got a pedophile. The apartment complex, the complex he lived in, they even called his complex that he lived in and said, hey, you got a pedophile on the premises. You need to evict him. It got that bad. Now, I don't think he was evicted because of this, in his video. This is the house. I'm pretty sure this is the area in the room he always been in. House apartment he's always been in. He's also lost a couple friends because nobody wants to be associated with a pedophile. And also another thing that he did, he lied multiple times saying that what happened was fake, or them people were trying to throw dirt on my name because I wasn't trying to get with a girl. I really was just trying to get a cupcake. Even when the funny thing is, once he was on TikTok for a little bit, this man posted a video of him eating a cupcake with a smug look on his face saying, I finally got my cupcake, and ate it in front of the camera. You really are an evil villain at that point. I don't understand how you thought everything was okay. And I'm bringing this up because once we actually look in the video, you're going to understand why I'm bringing these situations up. He even lied and said that whole thing, that whole scenario that happened was for a movie script. He was pretty much improvising the whole time. They want him to pretend like, oh, he was a pedophile. He even had emails. They were fake emails. He even did an interview, an AI powered interview with the dude that did the video on him, Chad Goldstein, and lied about that, trying to make it seem like, oh, he's not really a pedophile. And the reason he was trying to do it is to get back into good graces with people on the internet. But it's too late to do that now, man. Let's just say that was real and it was really for a movie script. One, when is movie coming out? Two, why didn't you say that as soon as this situation happened? Like, a lot of these things could have been avoided if he just said, hey, this as it happened. As soon as it happened, he should have been on his stuff. But no, he wasn't. He was not at all. And we're going to watch some of the video. I know this was a long intro, but we're going to watch some of the intro. I'm going to put like some clips of it and everything. I'm not going to play the whole thing because we really don't need the whole thing. Majority of it is him saying he's sorry, quote unquote, but he's really just saying sorry to the people that stopped being his friends, or people that were affected by his actions, like his friends, his family. People were affected by his actions. So, people are weird on the internet. It's like, oh, you a pedophile? Then your friends a pedophile too. They should have knew you was touching on them kids. I don't know why people act like just because you affiliate with them means you knew everything that was going on in their life. It is what it is. But there's certain parts in this video that really it just upsets me because even though you trying to tell the truth, you finally admitting that you did do it, which everybody knew you did it. I don't know why you kept on lying. I get it to save face, but at this point, the evidence was there, my boy. Like, there was no reason to lie. Keep on lying. But I'm gonna play some clips of the video, and I'm gonna talk and get into more detail of what I'm really saying. Because it really does upset me, the fact that you took this long to finally apologize, and then you acting like you're not really apologizing for the action you did. You really just apologizing for how it affected everybody in your life and how it affected you. That's how I took it. So, hold on.
So much. Honestly, thank you so much. You guys have no idea how happy, how appreciative, and how blessed I am to have such a loving, supporting, caring following. You know what I mean? But with that being said, I want to take full responsibility for my actions that happened on April 21st, 2021. The entire YouTube shit that went down, the entire YouTube incident, you know what I mean, that went the fuck down. I'm not even going to get into it. You guys already know what the fuck happened. I'm taking full responsibility, full accountability for my actions.
Okay, so I'm glad that he finally admitted what he did. I'm glad he's taking responsibility and admitting to it. However, you're not taking total responsibility. See, my issue is, as you see in the beginning, this is really where the apologies kind of start. He didn't even mention the whole, I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for trying to see a 13-year-old trying to get a cupcake. You know, he's not saying sorry for what he did necessarily. And you know, one thing I will say, this is a decent apology. When I say this is actually a decent apology, like compared to all other apologies on the internet, I can't. Besides Mudahar's apology when he did for H3H3, besides Mudahar's apology, I think this is one of the best apologies ever. And it's not even a YouTuber apology. That's the thing. It's not even a YouTube apology. It's just an internet apology. Technically a YouTube apology. But I feel like he should have been more open and said what happened. I know we do know what all happened. And I feel like the reason he didn't really say what he did was because in the end he mentions why he didn't. And I'm gonna show you that clip once we get to it. So let's keep on watching.
Screenshots from my friends and family. Um, you know what I mean? Them getting harassed, them getting bullied, them getting fucked with by people. You know what I mean? And it's all my fault. You know what I mean? It's completely my fault that Philippe has cut ties with me. It is completely my fault that JD, Katie, Pistol 213, Jason that lives out in Louisiana.
So as you see, he's just talking about, you know, the people he affected. He's not necessarily saying, "Oh, you know, I'm sorry for doing what I did." And I will give respect for the fact that he's actually, you know, owning up to it though. And he's actually, you know, I think he also does need to apologize to the people that he did wrong. Like, I do agree with that. You do need to tell them, "Hey, I'm sorry what I did," because they didn't have nothing to do with you. It didn't. But my actions affected you, and since you associate with me or associated with me, that happened. And I understand, and I take full accountability, and I understand why y'all are not talking to me. I'm not gonna make y'all the enemy when y'all are not in the wrong, because probably, arguably, if he was in the same boat, he would probably do the same thing if somebody he found out was a, you know, a P word like he was. So I get it. I completely understand it. Again, I am glad that he's actually, you know, taking responsibility, but he's only saying it. We're not seeing the actions. We're not seeing what's really going on. Only time would tell. You know what I mean?
I don't want to come on here, cry, boo hoo, beg for people's forgiveness. You know what I mean? The only thing that I'm trying to go for in the distant future is redemption. You know what I mean? The only thing that I'm trying to go for is to restore honor and to restore um, a positive outlook on my name.
Now, with him saying he wants to do a redemption arc, now I might have a different opinion than other people, but I believe he can. Now, do I feel like it's gonna be in a way distant future? Yes. And the reason I feel like that is I've started thinking back, and I was talking to one of my friends about this. You know, it's not like it's not possible. I mean, we've seen plenty of YouTubers do certain similar situations, especially Minecraft YouTubers. Man, back in the day, Minecraft YouTubers were wicked. They got damn. But you know, so many Minecraft YouTubers have been in similar situations like this. And granted, they never went to the person's house, but they would send messages, you know, like this. And the same thing with Minilad. I mean, Minilad, you know, everybody know about Minilad, but he's still uploading, and he still, for, you know, even though it don't look that good, he still technically is succeeding. He's still getting views, so he's still able to live off of his YouTube money. So I'm not saying it's not possible. I believe it is possible. But him thinking that's going to be possible, I think you should I don't think you should hold your breath. I don't believe anytime soon that she will be back in good graces. But that's just what I want to say. Now, I'm going to skip because everything else he's just going to pretty much repeat what he's saying. But I'm going to skip to the part that really kind of threw me off.
And you guys have to understand. I know people are like, You know, why did it take you so long to make this apology video? What took you so long? It's what, 2.5, 3 fucking years? Like, what the fuck? You guys have to understand. For the longest of time, I've been talking to different lawyers, right? Trying to get an understanding of what to say and what not to say in this video. You know what I mean? This has been a long time coming. I've been trying to fucking prepare for this shit.
This is the part that really gets me aggravated. I'm just mad about it because it's like, first of all, if it did take 2 years to make this, how did it take 2 years? You talk with the lawyers. Lawyers should know what you should and shouldn't say in the beginning in the first place. It don't take that long for you to figure out, oh yeah, you shouldn't say you were trying to touch the kid. You know what you shouldn't and what you shouldn't say. First of all, and another thing, you should have did this apology sooner than now. You should have did it sooner than 2 years. It don't take 2 years for you to figure out what to say and what not to say. I could have been told you what not to say. If you really, if you really was like that and you really trying to not be in legal trouble, I could have been told you what to say and what not to say. Anybody could have. Even a child could. The same child you were trying to meet. You know what I mean? There's no reason that it takes 2 years for you to figure out what to say in this situation. First of all, you've done multiple responses. You've even let it kind of build up and act like it didn't happen. You've acted like it didn't happen. You acted like you wasn't the one in the wrong. You did a fake email. You did a fake video. You did 4 things. Before you even did this apology. So don't you dare say this apology has been in the works for 2 years when you did all this other bull. It just don't make sense, man. Like, it would be different if you didn't do none of that. But you did. And now it's like you just trying to build up a lie, and you really just trying to make people feel bad for you, because you're like, man, I'm broke. I got kidney disease. People trying to kill me. And it's sad. It does suck that he does have kidney disease. Don't get me wrong, it is sad. But that's just not how you gonna get back with people, man. And I think you need to accept that, hey, your life is gonna be hard from now on. I feel like on the internet, most people only have one shot. But some people have multiple shots. I mean, look at Logan Paul. He filmed a dead body in the forest. So I don't know. Anyway, that's all I want to talk about. And this EDP thing has been weird. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the last thing about EDP, unless for some reason he talked to another child or something. I don't know. Hopefully he is getting the right help, and if he does get the right help and he's able to come back and everything, and he shows that he's changed, then that's okay, and I will accept it. But yeah, anyway, that's about it. Bye.